Guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored. In the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
At the 11-yard line.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, Incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
1st and 10, it's Mostert. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Well, these two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed. Just to pick up a 3, but that is indeed enough.
1st down.
This is miserable.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now a give right side. Burton. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Gain of 1 brings up 3rd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
He's got Burton here, and he's out right at the 25. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
They were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Back to throw now on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now an option play on second down. Quickly completed to the right flat. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
7 at the 44-yard line.
On second down now, it's Burton, and he'll only get a yard, maybe two, up to the 46.
He was tackled.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen to Ballage. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 10-yard line.
And he's going to use his legs here. A quick throw complete into the flat out left.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kalen Ballage, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here, he's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Richie James. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
Yes, sir.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Miles Boykin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Seahawks 10, 49ers 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Richie James. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Never make the mistake with the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they're going to get him. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Niners 14, Seahawks 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
This is it! This is it!
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And incomplete. It's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
That'll be taken about a yard deep, and the half will begin with a touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
On 1st down, it's Burton. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burton. And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. They'll run on 1st down. It's Burton, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
On 4th down, here's the option.
And that is is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The interception on the last drive proved costly, led to the tying score, so 17 all as they come up on a 1st down. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Burton. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Oh, he's got a little daylight, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. The second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Seahawks are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. His throw incomplete. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
11 yards there, 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? Now it's Mahomes again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup there. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Now Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th.
24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burton. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Ball carrier. Dre Greenlaw on the tackle.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one into the hands of Burton. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. First down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st down, it's Burton. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB.
Man, and he hits him in stride. He is in for a Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Extra score, Seahawks 31, 49ers 24.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
7. 1st First down, San Francisco.
To throw is Mahomes. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Mahomes to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a given.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game, 31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have a little bit of time here to get to field goal range, not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward?
And he's in for the touchdown! And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game.
To be here to watch.
To kick it away is Sanders. A yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Took just one play to move all the way to the